Welcome if this your first time on the channel. Today we listening to Shannon, Sharpe, and Paul Pierce really expose what made Kobe great and what makes him stand out from the other greats. He did something that none of the other greats have ever did. They are going to talk about this when they speak on Super Teams. Make sure you subscribe if this your first time here. Click that like button. That's how they push the video. Let's go.
The super team. You guys were, so people don't want to say it, but you guys were a super team because Ray was a perennial all-star. For sure. Ticket was a perennial all-star and an MVP. Yeah. You were a perennial all-star.
Yeah.
I would consider that a super team.
It was.
Did you consider it a super team at the time?
The way we was when we was flying in these cities at our hotels, it was packed outside.
Let's go, Paul.
That's what I do. We were a super team.
Hey, look, that's what I do. I didn't know at first, but when we landed in certain cities and that crowd be out there in front of that hotel, we was a super team.
But you know what? And what irks me is that I'm old enough to remember.
That's funny.
Is that seems like fans are okay if a team put a super team together. Mm-hmm. They've always been super teams. What the hell you think the 80 Lakers were?
Yeah.
What do you think the 80 Celtics were?
That's Magic and Bird.
Super teams. Yeah, they had Bird. I mean, think about it. Bird is a 50th anniversary team. So is Kevin McHale, and so is Robert Parrish.
Yeah.
They had Dennis Johnson.
Yeah.
They had Tiny Archibald.
Five Hall of Famers.
They had Bill Walton. Yeah. Look at the Lakers. Kareem, Magic, Worthy, Wilt, Bob McAdoo.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all noticed anything. All those guys in the Hall of Fame. So they were a super team. They've always been super teams. Go back and look at the 60 Celtics. They had 11 Hall of Famers and 13 guys. Yeah. Look at the Lakers. Yeah. So they've always been that. It's just that guys now have better relationships. They grew up like you and Kevin. They play AAU ball together. They're comfortable playing. Well, Bird would have never wanted to play with Magic. Well, Bird didn't have a relationship since he was 9, 10 years old with Magic.
Yeah.
So the only time they saw each other maybe was the McDonald's All-America or once they got to the NBA.
Yeah. But I think the problem what people have with the super teams today or whenever, Kevin and LeBron is how they came together.
Right.
Like ours was manufactured. It wasn't like, hey, Kev, come play with me.
Right.
Or Ray.
Let's go, Paul.
It was Danny maneuvering the trades and hopefully things had to
everybody ain't got Danny Ainge, though.
They had to have the right pieces and all of that. And so I think people kind of frown upon Bron going there and Durant going, where he went. But, you got to have other great players to win.
You got to.
You got to. I mean,
just think about it. The Lakers won the NBA title and got the #1 pick in the draft. So just imagine if y'all won the title and you get the next year, y'all get the #1 pick in the draft. Right. They won the NBA title and got James Worthy. How is that fair?
Yeah.
Crazy.
How they was maneuvering back then. Jerry Buss and Red Auerbach, I don't know how they was maneuvering. They was running the league, huh?
Because back then, you could declare for the draft and go back. Larry Bird declared for the draft and went back.
Yeah.
So that's how the Celtics kept his right. The Celtics kept his rights.
Yeah, right.
So just think about it. Be like, I'm going back to school. Right. And they still got your rights.
Right.
So it was, and back then, they had territorial rights. So you come out, you was going to a city that was close by you. There's a lot of things that if they were to do that now, people lose their mind.
There was some things, there was some chess going on back then for sure. And that's why the league grew to what it grew into.
Now, they actually exposed a lot. One, in the 80s, they got James Worthy after winning championships, the Lakers. But don't forget, with Larry Bird, they were supposed to have Len Bias. He passed away. He would have been dominant in the league. He actually passed away, and then Detroit win them last 2 championships. I believe the league was making sure Magic get 5. It was trying to make sure Bird get 5. But then Len Bias passed away, and Detroit was able to pull it out. But Magic and Bird had super teams. Then we get to LeBron and KD. Both of them on super team. And the big thing with them is their age, too. People ain't factoring that in. How many years people been in the league, their age when they make the move. these things matter too, because it's like, yo, dog, you could have tried to fight it out with your team a little longer. You could have tried a little longer to get it the honest way before you just jump ship. So they're exposing that. But what they really exposing when it comes to Kobe, he didn't have a super team like these other guys. Michael Jordan didn't have a super team either. But Kobe actually beat a super team without having a super team. Now make that make sense. That separates him from a lot of people. Michael Jordan's the GOAT, but that separates him from a lot of people because it's like, yo, dog, he actually lost to a super team, didn't run. He came back and avenged that loss. That's what the greats do. That's what really separates him for me. Because it's like, yo, he actually came back and beat that Celtics team with Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. A straight super team. And they had Rajon Rondo. He was crazy back then too. So I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And they went and got Rasheed Wallace. They were stacked, dog. Stacked to the max. And he came back and beat them without another top 75 player. Which make it even more impressive. It's certain guys, Isaiah Thomas, Hakeem Olajuwon, Kobe Bryant, Dirk Nowitzki. They got some championships that are impressive. But Kobe beat a super team without having one. Ask yourself this. Has Magic Johnson did that? No. Because he had a super team. Did Bird do that? No. Because he had a super team. Did LeBron do that? No. Because he had a super team. For 3 or 4 of his championships, and then the 4th championship, he played one of the worst teams in this entire century with the Jimmy Butler Miami Heat. You can't help who you play, but that was one of the worst teams because they had 2 players that was hurt. I mean, I just knew they was going to win once the final started. I'm like, Bam hurt. I think Gordon Dragic was hurt too. So I'm like, yeah, they going to win this. Duh. You know, how could they lose to just Jimmy Butler? This ain't even a good thing to watch because it's already like a team in there not healthy against a team with LeBron and AD. They should win. So, you know, when you talk about championships, it's not just how you won. It ain't just who you beat, but it's who you won with. Everybody like to talk, oh, this person got a team there. And they didn't have the best people around them. Okay, so they got there and lost. Good. Whoop-de-doo. But it's guys that actually didn't have the best team. Kobe in 09 basically had a Euro team. And Derek Fisher and Lamar Odom. And won a championship. That's tough, man. That's a separator. So when people ask, yo, what if Kobe did that the other greats didn't do? Well, he did beat a super team without having a super team. And you see, Paul Pierce acknowledged, yeah, we was a super team. Yeah, y'all was a super team. Shannon Sharpe saying the same thing. Yeah, they were a super team. Shannon Sharpe be asking all his questions in a way to try to benefit LeBron. But the truth comes out when you really think about it. You go, dang, so they were a super team. We all know that. We knew that before Shannon asked that question. Then you go, yo, did Kobe have a super team when he beat them? No, he didn't. So he literally beat a super team without having one, man. Kobe should definitely be top 5 on everybody's list. I got him at number 2. Y'all let me know where y'all got Kobe ranked. As always, if this your first time here, make sure you sub to the channel. Check out the other content. Click that like button. Y'all be easy. Be safe. Peace.